All right. Test, test, test. All right. Test, test, test. We got microphone. Where's my chat bot? How's everybody doing? All right. Bot Rix has joined. Chat bot's working. 1, 2, mic check. All right, how close? Yeah, we're pretty close. You know what? Everything's working. I think we're close enough. I think we can get started. Let's just go ahead and hop in. Oh yeah, what'd you find? I think I'm good on heal point. 57 is enough. I don't remember if I checked this island yet or not, so I'm gonna go check real quick. I think I did. Ooh. Nothing interesting. We'll keep the stone though. Little treasure room under the steamer research. There's a treasure room under the steamer lab? I think you found something I've never seen. I did not know there was a treasure room under the steamer labs. Are we talking about in the forest biome or the desert biome? Or no, you said steamer labs, so you're talking about something else. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That you gotta, like, crawl through the ventilation shafts to get down there to find that one little chest. I know what you're talking about. I often forget to get that one. I forget that it's there. Alright, so what are we doing today? Let me check here. What do you guys think? Should I stick with the Mortivar Lord, or should I switch to the crystal? I'm gonna switch to the crystal. I don't usually run with the green crystal. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to that. Less stuff to keep track of that way. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Hey, Blackyard, what's up? Guys, I'm a little low on cash right now. What did I say I was gonna do today? Not on this file. On my main save. I didn't have it yet. And I posted like a little short video yesterday. This was like a minute and a half long. I was just like, I was heading back to spawn from my capybara merchant that I had flagged, and the YouTube video that I was listening to ended. So I alt-tabbed over to YouTube to find a new video to watch. And I'm browsing, and I'm looking, and I'm flipping through stuff, and I finally find a video to watch, and I alt-tab back, and I realize that I've overshot spawn by like 22,000 blocks, and I slam on the brakes, And I figure, well, I'm here, so I get out and I look around, and like almost directly underneath me is the Abyss Forge POI. Like I just stopped almost directly on top of it by accident, not even knowing it was there. I know what I could do today, and I think I see one right there. Let me check something real quick. Do I have... See, I got the gloves. I don't have the Wraith. I got the boots. I don't have the Wraith armor, and I don't have the Wraith helmet. So, I think I think I could do some Wraith stuff. And I think I see one right there. A good spot to start. And then I see a weird square building over there I've never seen before, so I go check that out. Ooh, scary. Don't you dodge me. I just one-shotted him. And I got the armor now. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, well, this is, Oh, you know what else I want to do? There's something else I want to do, because this weapon is just too much, man. Do I have... Well, you know what? I won't have it there. I do have the long hammer. Okay. He would... I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a guy named Gallagher. There's this guy, like, his whole shtick was that he's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian, right? But throughout the course of his show, he would always, like, have these, like, warnings of, like, bring a raincoat if you're sitting in the front 4 rows, because you will get wet. Because what he would do is he would come out on the show with a Sledge-O-Matic 9000, which was literally just a big, like, block of wood on a stick. And then he'd get a little table out there, a real sturdy one. He'd put a watermelon on it, and he'd smash it. And it would just go everywhere. Everybody in the, like, the front 4 rows would get watermelon juice all over him. And he did this, like, 4 or 5 times throughout the show. Sometimes he'd bring other stuff out to smash. And it was just a cool, like... It became, like, a shorthand of, like, oh, that was, like, a watermelon at a Gallagher. So, yeah, that's what it was like. He was like a watermelon at a Gallagher concert. Alright, go ahead and... Where am I putting these there? Putting them there. Put that as well. Coins. That way. Alright, let's, Oh, I wanted to go check that square building. It goes in the square building. If it's just an entrance to something, like... I mean, maybe I'll check it out a little, but... This is a small island, so if there's a dungeon here, it's gonna be tiny. Nope. So I was thinking of starting a new playthrough with a challenge. What I would do is, when I start the game... Okay, so it is a dungeon. But it's a tiny dungeon. Alright, anything interesting in here? Coins, keys. So what I would do is, I'd start the playthrough, right? And I would immediately, upon, you know, standing up on top of the spawn tower, I'd take the fire escape down to the bottom, and I would immediately leave the island, not pick up anything, and I'd grab the boat just so I could get around, but then as soon as I got to where I'm going, I'd get rid of the boat. So I'd start with truly nothing. And I would be looking for a rotten biome. So I'd be in a rotten biome, no armor, all I have is a lead pipe. And see how long I can last on the rotten biome. With nothing. That's it? There's nothing else in here? Well, this is a stinky little... It wasn't even worth my time. What do you guys think? That sound like fun? Ugh, I hate fog. I can't tell if that's a swamp or a forest. When I'm looking for Wraith Lords, I like to be down around 1,000. Like, as close to 1,000 as I can get. See if I can get right on the money. Boom. Oh, we're dropping frames. Well, yeah, that's the idea. It's like I want to, like, give myself a different kind of challenge, like a survival challenge. I mean, once I cleared everything that's alive off of the island, you know, it would be relatively safe. So once I killed all the flitwings and the steamers and the bloat larvae, it would be relatively safe. But then I have a finite amount of resources because, like, pretty much the only food is the meat that I get from the flitwings and the bloat larvae. That's it. Like, there's no mushrooms, there's no, you know, herbs that I can use to make, there's no pumpkins, there's nothing. So I'd have to, like, make that stretch. Ooh, I see some blue gems. I see shinies. I mean, if I pick a big enough island, I might get lucky and find a few blueprints for, like, some scrap armor or something. So at least I wouldn't be walking around naked, but I don't know. I mean, I could probably make some wood armor out of the dead trees. But, I mean, like, this is the whole point. Like, this is kind of, like, strategizing and like, increased, restricted survival resource management kind of thing is, like, the point. I don't know how long I could do it for. I might get like 1 or 2 episodes out of it. I didn't even know that guy was under the stairs. But I think it would be fun. I think maybe I'll do that next week. I want to, like, start experiment with some stuff. Trying new stuff. All right. It's party time. Look at that, we found him already. I killed him. Oh, they're not immortal yet. They didn't get the enchantment on him yet. Nice. Alright, I don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Yeah, I've been looking for one of those. This looks really good. I might just because I found this, I might switch back to the Lord of Our Lord armor just to wear this hood because the two look really good together. I'll show you guys in a sec. It's like one of my favorite pairings of items in the game. So I don't need that. Dirt. All right. What do we got? Da-da-da-da. 13 sprint speed on leather boots. Oh, got a big healing potion. Well, they didn't waste any time with this. It's like you get to the bottom of the stairs and boom, he's right there. Just clear the rest of this out real quick. Ooh, we got a rune. I think that's a doom rune. Oh no, it's wound. Still don't quite have all the runes memorized. There's a few I can identify. What is that one? Adrenaline. Oh, I haven't gotten one of those in a while. How much is it? 2 stamina? No, we need to build that up more. We got to do at least 5. Adrenaline is like S tier. You know, I was thinking about doing a ranking video for runes and for potions. Potions I could do right now. I've got all the potions. There's a couple of runes I still need to scrounge up to be able to do that one. But like for sure, adrenaline is one of the like S tier runes if you're going to be tanking. Because like, I mean, if you're getting hit a lot, it's basically infinite stamina. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't say when you take damage. It says each hit received. So even if you have like a shield spell on you, so you're taking like 1 point of damage on each hit, you still get it. Which in some ways that is an upgrade, but in some ways it's a downgrade, but in other ways it's an upgrade. Because I'm pretty sure it used to be that every time you took damage. Because I used to use it with the poison mushroom to give myself essentially regeneration. Because every second I'd take a point of poison damage and I'd regain 5 stamina. Because I had a tier 2 rune at the time. I think it's tier 2. Alright, let's go back to the ship. Back to the ship! Oh, wait. I see something else that I want. Get as much of this stuff as I can. Gotta start saving up for the next ship. Because I've just about outgrown this one. Alright. Back to the ship. For real. Ooh, wait. I keep... Honeycomb. Boom. 2 honeycombs. That was worth the delay. Alright. Oh yeah, it'd be great for dagger users. I mean, if you're in the fray and you're getting hit. And I don't think daggers... I haven't really, like, done a comparative analysis of, like, do different sizes of weapons use different amounts of stamina, but it would make sense to me that it would take more stamina to swing a big honkin' maul than it does to just poke with a little dagger. I mean, that's why the dagger's faster, because it's lighter and easier to swing, right? I mean, that tracks. But I don't actually know if that's true. That's just my intuition. No! I didn't want to do all that. Put this stuff away. Bye-bye. See, check this lookout, right? Yeah, that is sick. The color matches so perfectly. I'm keeping that. Oh, that's right. It's down here. It goes in the square hole. Where did I put... Did I put them over here? Ah, there they are. Okay. You know, let's move this over here. Do this. I would imagine that the difference between dagger stamina usage and like a warhammer or greatsword usage it's a wash anyway over time, because even if the dagger uses less stamina because it attacks faster, it uses that lower amount more quickly, and so it just kind of evens out. These are all forests. None of these are what I'm looking for. I'm looking for race lords. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to do something else before I got distracted. How many? Okay. It's 9. And what was it? I think it was 6 of these. of these. 8 of these. And 1 of these. I think that's what it was. Let me check. I was looking at it earlier. That's why I kind of sort of haven't memorized. 6, 4, 8. Yep. No, I got them backwards. It's like this. There we go. All right. So now I gotta find... It has... Steamer Island, but I don't see any structures. That's a steamer island right there. I need to find a fabricator. Man, I can't... So I don't have to go traipsing around the wilderness looking for... What do you guys... First. Nope, no Grove Murmur on that one. Let's try this guy. Nope. Man, every time I find 2 of these guys, only one of them gives me a heart. Ooh. Crystals. Full island so far. No, you don't. As my mother used to say, fresco y atrevido. Which means, fresco means fresh, like, you know, when you tell someone don't get fresh with me. And then, atrevido means like... Wow, like the word... I know there's a word for it. Brazen. You know, like when someone just says something that it's like, man, the stones on this guy to say something like that. That's what atrevido means. Alright, I don't see any structures on this island, unless I missed something. Alright, let's go back to the ship. Because they're made out of steamer metal, so we don't have the tools to move them. That's like the only thing stopping us. Probably once we get the drill, we'll be able to move them and we'll be able to put them on our ship. Oh, there's a structure on a steamer island. Go over there. is that it's got that kind of vibe to it. I wanted to do like a, because it's a tri-marine. Originally, it was a 3-hull, and then you can see I kind of expanded. Well, you can see in the bottom there what it originally looked like, and then I expanded. I was actually thinking about when I build my next ship, just straight up building a Galactica, a Battlestar. Oh, look. We found kinds of shacks that have refineries. This is the other one. I already have a refinery. Ooh, and it's got a crystal. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Good on fuel right now. Go away. I don't know if you guys can hear this humming of this sword, but I am so over this. So I want to switch to the hammer. I'm hoping the hammer doesn't make any noise. Because a hammer doesn't... Metal on a stick. I hope it doesn't have... If the hammer has moving parts, I'm going to be so disappointed. Alright. I'm gonna have to go over. See any structures here other than the refinery. Hopefully there's a fabricator on this rock. And there is not. There's nothing. Alright. Kind of cuts off. I'm trying to figure out how to get it so that it like it picks up my voice, but it doesn't pick up when I like cough or sniffle or something, because I know that's gross and people don't want to hear that. See, like that. All right. Oh. Ah, I love that. It's the circle of life, Simba. We kill the worms and then they explode, killing us. Here we go. What? What am I... Oh! What do I need? Copper wire? Where the hell do I get copper wire? Anybody know where to get copper wire? You know what? I've... What is that thing called? I've got steering gears in the ship. I'll just grab one. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'll keep tinkering with it. So this hammer is a little bit less powerful than the sword. But listen to that. Quiet as a church mouse. See, what do we got? Oh, it doesn't have anything on it yet. Okay. This will be interesting. Oh, I'm gonna need steamer ingots. Okay. How many can I make right now? 14? Yeah, let's get on that. You know, I'm gonna put everything away first. Ooh, that's a bummer. I've never suffered fire damage, but I have had flood damage. So I know what it feels like having all your stuff soaked in water. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. Over here. 2014 laptop. What do you watch, like 480p? You got a TV you can watch it on your phone and cast it to? Probably not, right? Alright. So, we need... There we go. 10 of those. I did not find copper wire. I'm pretty sure the way you get copper wire is to... Where is... I know I have some. You strip the steamer wire coils to get the copper wire, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know if it's a recipe that you craft or if you do it in a processing station. I don't know. Oh, you don't get it from that? Well, how do you make copper wire? You put it in the... Ah, okay, so that's how you get it. How do I have 2 stacks of this? Just put it together. Well, now I know where to get copper wire from. I was like, man, where do I get copper wire? Okay. I don't know how many of these I need, so I'm just gonna take the whole stack, and then I also need... Probably gonna need some of those at some point, at least one more. And I think I needed... treads? I don't know why this needs treads. But okay. And... blaze powder. And we'll probably need some of these at some point. Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed that we don't get backstab. Like, literally anything would be better than backstab. And of course, now that I've said that, it's probably going to jinx it. Watch, it's going to be backstab. Oh, okay, stun chance. I can live with that. Hey, Scar Creation, how's it been? How you doing? Let's do another one. I'm probably not going to be able to max it out because I'm going to run out of these scrapper treads. I might go down to sea level and hunt some scrappers. Stun chance, critical strike damage. Okay. Hopefully the third one will be critical strike chance. That would be a good stun chance, crit chance. All right, I think that's where we're at for now. Because I need more treads, and I only have this. All right. Do I have any unoccupado boxes here? We'll just do that. Nice and neat and organized there. How is this coming? Oh, that's not even remotely close. Okay. Okay, there. All the fans are turning on. Sometimes the fans do this weird thing where some of them don't turn. And it looks weird. Yes, hello Zero Mist. Sorry I didn't say anything earlier. Welcome to chat. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna do this tower real quick, because usually there's generals up at the top of those towers, and there's a ton of crystals in there. I can already see one, although that might be an upgrade station. Got a plate, a cup. No, nothing else. All right. Yeah. Broken corner. Perfect. Where's my hammer? All right, it's still in the upgrade station. Huh. All right, well, let's check this treasure. Don't need a hammer for that. Some lockpicks. All right. Let's get the, let's go get that hammer. I mean, 218 to 251 is already, I mean, that's not bad. That's still going to crush this guy's skull. Well, we'll go for body shots. I don't want to crush the skull. I need it to upgrade my shield. Nice hammer. Here, want to see mine? Look at this. They've got 4 crystal holders here, and they just throw it on the floor. Slackers. Nobody could pick it up? Really? Alright, we're done here. Fire never touched your apartment, but all the water came down. Due to danger of collapse, they did not let you get your stuff. Oh, that sucks. Did you have renter's insurance at least? When I had an apartment, they required me to have renter's insurance. I can't tell if that's a pirate shop or not. Yeah, I think it is. It looks like one. Yeah, that's a pirate shop for sure. All right. Let's go see if this landlubber has any scurvy deals. You know, the phrase is actually not landlubber, it's landlubber. You've got nothing I want, and I don't need money, so eat hammer. He just dropped money. Okay. Oh well. Oh. And the property manager didn't require it? Wait, well, I guess if you're on disability. Man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, I don't have an income right now, so I can't really help you directly, but, you know, if you have like a GoFundMe or something, I could, you know, put a message out or something. I could help you out that way. I mean, I don't have money, but I have reach. Yeah, I know. I have a friend that's on disability. I know it's pretty tight. Not really a whole lot left over for emergencies. Oh, well, there you go. Of course, I mean, a lot of places, like the place I went to one time, I needed to, like, replace the motherboard, which is, admittedly, that's basically like a brain transplant on a computer. And they wanted... dude, it's not begging, but, you know, it's fine. I just thought I'd offer. You know, if I can't use my platform to help people, then what use is it? But the computer shop that I went to, they wanted more than the computer was worth. Just for labor. I'm like, I'm not going to pay you $3,000 labor to replace like a $200 part. What are you insane? I'm like, no, I'll just go and buy a new one. Oh, well, there you go. You got a plan. That's good. Ooh. Let's slam on those brakes. Hammer time. Do 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 do. What is the block penetration on this thing? 188. Literally the only thing in the game that can block this hammer is the mortified wall. What are we wowing at? My deep cut reference to MC Hammer? Oh yeah, the $3,000. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. Yeah. That's yeah, they wanted an insane amount of money for labor. Sell the rest. I don't need this. I had a spot where I was putting workstations. I guess I'll just put it here. Where's that stone skin? Yeah, it goes here. Alright, and then that goes there. Rocks go there. Slappy goes there. Not a pirate. But this is... a rotten biome. See if we can find us some scrappies. Look at that, there's one right there. I'm told they're more common at sea level. Looks like they are more common. That's the third one on this island. Oh, there's a fourth one. Or is that a steamer? Oh, it's a steamer. I've already been over here. Alright. Looks like I scrubbed this island clean. Oh, still a guy over there. Explode yourself. They're all just flying around behind me. They can't catch up. Good worm, go boom. All right, I don't need to be collecting all this junk. Back to the ship. Oh wait. There's more islands over that way. Oh, there's a bunch of islands here. Okay. How many did I get? 3? I got 3. Okay. This might take a while, guys. That wasn't even enough for one more upgrade. Did the spider kill the worm? It must have, because I didn't hear it explode. They only dropped 1 each? Hey, I hit him. Gonna tell me that worm takes more than 1 hit to kill with this hammer? He only did a sliver of damage, it's no biggie. Alright, there's no more here. Back to the ship. Next island. I still gotta go back and do that one with the power on it, but I want to get these 2 first. Oh, this has got one of those big tankers on it. Tee. All right. We got... What's with all the meat? What's killing these guys? Oh, the spider's killing them. Spider is killing them. Stealing my kills, spider. I love when that happens. It never gets old. Like, I didn't even know that bat was there. I just heard boom, squawk! Can't sneak up on an explosion. Ooh, that one dropped 2. Alright. I think I might have enough for 2 more upgrades. Oh, you think you're clever, don't you? But I saw you. Oh. Because I'm starting to get used to this speed. I can't go back now. All of my boots must have at least 100% speed boost from now on. Oh yeah, I definitely got it now. No, I mean, there's a couple of chests in there, but they're, you know, standard loot. There's not really anything else in there but the valve. That's why I didn't even buy. I'm not even gonna waste a key on it. I know if I open it and I go inside, there will be another key there, but then, you know, it's a wash. What did I gain? All I did was waste time. And weapon durability. Which, personally, I think weapon durability should go up when you upgrade a weapon. Currently, I don't think it does. 845, 845, nope. Alright. Let me do it over here. Alright, they're done. Nice. Come on, don't give me backstab. Don't give me backstab. Big honkin' like useless number. Alright, well, I'm done upgrading this one. Put that away for now. It was going okay. I was doing okay, and then I got that stupid backstab. I'm gonna put these in here since they're like upgrade items. I'm gonna move this over to like the potion stuff. I'm gonna move them over here. Alright, I'm done hunting for parts for now. This is what? 227. Yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty of damage to kill everything in this game. What I need, I believe... Yeah, I need the Wraith Lord helmet. I don't have that yet. Well, there is a modifier that reduces the amount of durability damage your weapon takes when you use it. So that's like effectively the same as increasing your durability, because it doesn't make the number bigger, but it does make it last longer. But that takes up a weapon mod slot. I don't want it to be a mod. I want it to just be, you know, inherent to the weapon. A better made weapon should last longer. It's just craftsmanship. I mean, in D&D, a masterwork weapon has a higher durability. It takes more effort to break it because it's made better. It's a little too high. We'll go back down to 1,000. Ooh, a vault. How do you sharpen a blunt object? I mean, I can understand like sharpening a blade, but how do you, where's the sharp bit on the hammer? It's like, it's a flat surface. Magic. I'm just gonna sharpen my hammer on the whetstone. I mean, I guess if it works in Skyrim. Go. That's a regular one. So supposedly, there is a unique hatch like this one, except there's a few differences to it. It looks like this, except there's ribbed pieces on the corners here and here, on all four corners. And instead of being at the top of the shaft, the locked door is at the bottom of the shaft. And when you get down there, there's like a maze that you have to get through that has like 8 or 9 more locked doors. So you need like 9 keys to get in. But if you can get in, it has the, there's like these Star Blaze gauntlets, I think is what they're called, something like that. That basically, they're gauntlets that have the, Shock Blast rune on them, on gauntlets. Oh, yeah. I don't know how many times I've been like, geez, I don't know what, you know, I mean, like, yeah, pickaxes can wear down, but that's after like 15 years, not 15 in-game days. And that's like using it all day, every day. I mean, they're made of steel. And they're just hitting rock, which is what they're designed for. They're not... Nobody's going to buy a pickaxe if they have to go and repair it every weekend between Well, that's my day off. I gotta go repair my pickaxe. I'm gonna head down to Steve's hardware store. Got a 2-for-1 on repair tools. Gotta buy tools to fix my tools. Because somehow that makes sense. And what kind of smithing tools only work one time? This is a hammer and tongs. What kind of hammer and tongs only works once? Could you imagine if a blacksmith was trying to make a hammer or a sword or something, and every time they picked up the metal and put it back down, the tongs just disappeared and they had to grab another one? Like, the insanity of how this repair system works, it's just hitting me. Like, that's not how any of this works. There we go. Anything interesting over here? Probably not. Ooh. We got more of these. Why? I don't think I even need these, really. He got all 3 of them. Nice. Yeah, there's other stuff on the island. I don't usually take the ladder either, but there's other stuff on the island I wanted to check out. We got 2 of these. Ooh. These are purification, I think. Yep. Ooh. And we're moving on. Ooh, there's another one. I think I'm done hunting them for... I might spend some time, some downtime, like, over the weekend. Just grinding scrappers. I don't want to spend the whole stream doing it, though. Just for another busted hammer. I'll just use this one for now. You're flipping? Oh, what was the name of that one? There was a guy. It's commonly referred to as the oldest Yelp review in human history, because this guy made like shoddy copper, like back in like ancient Babylon. Ayan Nasir, that's his name. So this guy named Ayan Nasir, back in ancient Babylon, made such bad copper that this woman wrote a letter to, like, they didn't have kings, but he was like basically the governor, and said, hey, this guy sold me some really garbage copper. I want justice. But then, you know, the Bronze Age collapse happened and there was fires, and so this clay tablet where she wrote this message got baked into solid rock. And so it survived all these years, and it's now the oldest Yelp review. Ooh, those sound like some amazing boots. 12 safe fall distance? I'm jelly. I mean, just the jump and boost and speed boost alone is amazing. Because 88 is still really good. But then have a 34% jump boost on top of that. But you could probably clear 3 blocks with that, right? Vertically. But then also have 12 extra blocks of safe fall distance is like... Those are perfect boots right there. That's just perfect boots. All right, this island is done. Back to the ship. I don't know why I even took the holly. Like, purification is... It might be the most, like, useless potion in the game right now. It doesn't do anything useful. It just, like... I mean, I suppose, like, situationally, I might be in a scenario where I've got a bunch of poison effects on me. And for one reason or another, I want to get rid of them. And in that niche, that micro niche, like, sliver of circumstances, then it's useful. But, like, the main use that I can think of for it would be to, like, get rid of, like, poison or bleeding or something, or burning. But none of those effects... like naturally occurring. I'm not talking about self-inflicted like with the mushroom. Like this lasts, you know, up to a minute and a half if you've got all the extension stuff on. But it's 1 point per second. I don't want that gone. But like if you get hit with a poison cloud from like a goblin or something, it's so brief. It's like 5 to 10 seconds. I'll just wait it out. I'm not going to brew a potion to end, because by the time you get the potion out and you drink it, there's like 3 seconds left on the effect. It's not like, it's like not even worth the effort. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'll just tough it out. I'll just rub some dirt in it. Even with a 34, you can't clear 3 blocks? Wow. Well, I mean, 2 blocks is plenty. I bet with 34 you could do 2.5 blocks. Have you tried to do 2 blocks on a slab? I bet you could do it. It makes sense that they would put like a triple block vertical, like really high up. Well, I've got enough. I'll just repair it all. I haven't had much experience with that. I don't really go into jungles very much. I'll have to test that out. I don't know that poison... It might be powerful, but I don't know that it lasts very long. It's foggy. I hate this. All right. I mean, I've tanked them. If you've got a big enough weapon, like you could face tank them with, you know, with this thing or even the hammer. Yeah, I know they're working on it. They know that that's something that's requested because, I mean, there are like a ton of different types of beds in the game. There's even bed rolls. Yeah, all of the skill, the whole skill thing is getting an overhaul. Like, they've talked informally about completely doing an entirely new skill tree from scratch. Not necessarily changing all the skills per se, but rearranging them so that instead of being like this, where it's like you got to unlock 3 here and then 3 here, and that it's just an actual tree. Because, like, one of the things somebody pointed out is that you could skip the advanced weapons and just tough it out for like another 6 levels and then just go straight to master weapons. And that kind of feels like not how it should be. Like, advanced weapons should be a prerequisite for master level weapons. Right? Because, like, how could you use a master level sword? Like, no, I can use this incredibly powerful sword, but I can't use that weak, shitty one over there. Like, I don't know how that sword... I know how this sword works. I have no idea how that sword works. But it's just a regular bronze sword. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to use it. I'm actually working on an ice build, and then I'm also working on a poison build. But the poison build is not what you think. I wouldn't call it a mage, because it doesn't cast spells. He doesn't use a staff or books. But he does use a lot of the poison mage skills. Fire and lightning, I don't know. I haven't touched those at all. But I know that having done some pretty extensive testing, and the next couple of builds that I put out are going to be, let's call them theoretical, because I had to do some, like, let's call it chicanery. I'm basically, with these builds, what I'm doing is I'm testing what is the absolute maximum possible. Not what's the realistically achievable, but like what's the absolute maximum possible. So I'm going to be showcasing some items in these builds that are theoretically you could make them, but like you could theoretically also roll 20 d20 and get 20 natural 20s. Like, it's possible, but it's probably not going to happen. Oh my god, this fog is taking so long. I think I'm also going to try a, like, I want to see if you can get, like, 100% crit chance. I think you can, because we have, let me see. That's damage. Let's see. This is 5%. So then let's see, what would be, let me just whip one of these up real quick. Sharp instincts. I don't even know if I have 4 ingredients that do sharp instincts. There's 2. Like, this would definitely be a component of it. Here we go. 3, And 4. Where's my green stuff? Ah, there it is. All right, I just need 1. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about the magic system in this game, is that it's like, it's just all over the map, you know? The most accurate weapons are the ice or not the ice, but the staffs, because you can just throw your projectile of energy at your target. But they also do like very low damage. And on the character that I have, I think I have something like, let's see, this is 140, 200, 260, 285. That's like 345% damage increase on this thing between perks and equipment. And with a 345% damage increase, still not doing very much. 10% sharp instinct. Okay, so then probably the supreme one is probably going to be 15%. So we got 5, 10, and 15. And then there's also a necklace. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I do. I don't. But there's a necklace that gives another 5. So that's 20. And then there's a mask, the Crimson Feather mask that you can get in the jungle, that the only effect it has is critical hit chance. And it starts at like 9 or 10%, something like that. And I had one that got up to like 50-something. If you can get all 9s on every level up, you can get it, I want to say, to 63. So it's 63 plus 20, so that's 83. So if you can get 17% crit chance on a weapon, you can get 100%, theoretically, 100% crit. So every hit would be a crit. I don't know if there's some hard limit on critical hits in the system. Maybe they cap it at like 85% or something, because they don't want to. But I want to try the summoning book BRBs. I don't know what that means. You do have a D20 that's all 20s. Nice. That's Captain Kirk's D20. He doesn't believe in luck. Or no, he doesn't believe in no-win scenarios. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, be right back. Gonna go for a smoke. Okay, I gotcha. I see now. I'm a little slow. Got my attention divided. Oh. Yes, the Kobayashi Maru. I don't know. If it was me, you know, I'm not Kirk, so I can't, like, hack the console. I would just be like, Helm, get us out of here, maximum warp. I know that ship is dead. I can't save it. And if we stay, we're dead too. Okay, I don't see anything I want. Need a hammer. Nope. Next island. Nope. Wait. No. Nope. The book? What book? Was there like some Star Trek like novel or something? Oh, I didn't know they got that from a novel. I mean, I guess it had to have come from somewhere, right? Gunpowder. All right, let me go kill these guys because I want that gunpowder. In the book, one did as I said and called it in and moved on. One went in hot and got smoked. Yeah, I mean, it's... Scotty made an entire part of the galaxy unsafe for starships to travel through. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and rupture subspace. No joy. All right. Moving on. Ooh, did I get that one over there? Negative. All right. I'm going that way. warp torpedo? Tell me he called it a warpedo. Sell those. Anything else? Negative. Oh, Captain Kirk. Of course, right this way. Okay, nothing of interest. Give me your hat. Nope, just repair tools. With a program like that is exactly that. Like, in reality, in the Star Trek universe, like at its prime, everybody knew who Captain Kirk was. And when Captain Kirk showed up, people were like, uh-oh, Kirk's here, we should go. But in the program, like, you can't rely on your reputation, which is an asset that most Starfleet captains do have to some degree or another. And also, like, you can't rely on diplomacy, because if they are pre-programmed to just never be swayed, no matter what you say, no matter what you offer, and I guess the point of the program is to see how you handle defeat. Do you, like, avoid it, rush headlong into it, or just refuse to accept it? The other thing about it is, because you know it's a simulation, you could do something like really ballsy and heroic, be like, attention everyone, this is the captain speaking. This ship needs us to come to their rescue. And if we don't, they'll all die. But going to their rescue might mean that we die as well. It has been an honor serving with you all. Pretend in real life you're like, yeah, no, screw it, I'm not going in there. You could be the noble, self-sacrificing captain in the simulation, and then in real life, you're like, no, this is real, I'll die. I mean, if it's possible, I'd like... Because if I recall, it's like one damaged Federation ship surrounded by 3 Klingon warbirds. And your objective is to extract this ship without the Klingons destroying them and you. And the Klingons are just like, they are just not having it. They're like, we are just fed up with you Federation types. And they got an itchy trigger finger, and like you say the wrong thing, and both you and the ship are destroyed, you know, in almost every scenario. But I mean, I would at least try and be like, listen, guys, can we talk? Like, what do you want here? I wonder if they even programmed in an object, like, did they give the Klingons a reason to, like, want to fight? Oh, there were multiple waves? Oof. So defeat was inevitable. Yeah, I'd be like, you know what? Make a note of the hail, and then you like when they call for assistance, like make a note and then set a course maximum warp for Earth. Scotty speed running the Kobayashi Maru. I see blue shinies. Alright, and that building probably has a general in it. Let's go see if he wants to trade Pokemon cards. There he is. Big ass hammer. I choose you. Big ass hammer was super effective. Bronze, we'll take the coins. I might have to check out this book sometime. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the direction that the franchise has gone. I feel like recent iterations were created by people who don't understand why Star Trek was good to begin with. I don't, I mean, yeah, the action was cool. I do play this game slow, just hit level 31. I did find 3 generals today. Oh, wow. Yeah, my first playthrough, I did quite, I think, slowly, mainly because I didn't quite know the game yet, but now it's like, I don't rush, per se. It's just I don't need to wonder what to do as much as I used to. I just know the correct thing to do the first time. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you want to take your time. Like if you're in an escape room, but you've already done this escape room before, right? So it's supposed to take like 45 minutes and you get out in like 4. Like, well, that was quick. It's like, well, I mean, I knew where all the keys were. I just got the key out. Where is that? Where's that blue crystal at? Where did I see it? I'm just gonna go get these ship parts and then go back to the ship to get a better vantage point rather than wandering around aimlessly for 20 minutes looking for it. Because it's in some crevasse somewhere that you can only see from like directly above. There it is. Oops. No, didn't want to do that. Or that. I should put these back. It's like in Skyrim, like, you know the quickest way to level up is to just go to all of the iron mines, mine up all the iron, and then just kill a bunch of, like, rats and wolves, or skeevers and wolves and deer, collect all the hides and make a buttload of iron daggers. Make yourself, like, a really good weapon, and then just go kill stuff to level up your weapon skill. Yeah, you don't have to do it that way, but then you would be intentionally choosing like a less effective way to do it just to make it take longer. Which, yeah, you can do, but it's like, it's why I'm glad that right now in this game I don't have access to the console. Because in like Skyrim and Fallout and Minecraft, I have access to the consoles, because we all do. Unless you're playing on console. You know, you only have access to it if you're playing on PC. And it's like, I don't want to sit it... Because, like, yeah, what I usually do is I'll go and just sit in the corner of a room, walking into a wall with all my stealth gear on to level up my stealth skill. And it's like, well, nothing's going to stop me from succeeding at this. I'm going to get it. Why do I need to spend 20 minutes walking into a wall to level up this skill when I could just do, you know, slash whatever the command is to give myself, 100 ranks of stealth and just be done with it and move on. And honestly, in that game, if you have 100 stealth and 100 archery, like, you don't need any other skill. Because that makes you, like, I want to say, like, level 27 or 28, something like that. And, a level 28 character with 100 stealth and 100 archery, because things scale with you, these are going to be things that are going to be a challenge for an average level 28. But if you've got all of the archery perks, plus you do double damage from sneak attack, you're one-shotting just literally everything. There are so many unique... Oh, yeah, there's lots of uniques. And they added more with the first Ascent update. I was going to have ship weapon cannons so you can fight some kind of air threat. See, here's the problem with that. It's like... your ship is supposed to be, like, your safe space. You know? And if you put, like, Leviathans and stuff in the air, there's literally nowhere you can go that you'll be safe. I get it. Like, yes, it would be cool to have, like, cannons and stuff. But I would want the cannons to be usable against, like, terrestrial threats. Like, oh, that island has 2 bears on it. Let me come around broadside and just fire my cannons at the bears. I definitely don't want that. I don't want pieces of my ship breaking up. I understand why you want that. I don't enjoy that. I would insist that if they were going to put it in, I'd be like, you've got to make it a toggle so I can turn it off. That's kind of my default position on a lot of the features that I hear people talking about. Because people have suggested things and I'm like, no, that's terrible. Why would you want that? And I'm like, it's their version of the game. If they want to have that, make it a toggle. Make every single thing a toggle. You know, you have the base vanilla game, and then you can just turn on and turn off whatever you... Like in Minecraft, you can toggle fire spread, you can toggle mob griefing, you know... You can toggle, like, just pretty much everything, if you don't like it. You can toggle growth. You can make it so crops never grow. If you wanted to do that for some reason. You can change the tick speed so your crops grow faster or slower. You can change the length of a day. Well, would you like to see mod support for Everwind, and do you get the impression that there will be? Yes, I absolutely want mod support, and the developers have expressly stated that there will be mod support for Everwind, that it's one of their priorities. Like, their 3 big priorities is they want to be able to support mods, they want to be able to support, like, third-party servers, which I can't wait for that. I'm telling you guys right now, when they get servers, I'm setting up a server that's going to be, like, members only. If you're, like, a channel member, you'll have access to my server, and it's going to be sweet. But, like, then the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter how I want to play the game, right? Because if I'm playing, like, if you guys are playing on my server, well, I'm going to be in control of the server settings. But if one of you has a server, if I want to come and play on your server, you're going to be in charge of the server settings. So it's like every server is going to be different. Cannons would be good for PvP type game. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, because like Minecraft and Roblox and hightail, these are not, they're not really the game, you know? They're the foundation of a game. And then, like in Minecraft, you have Skyblock, and you have Bed Wars, and you have parkours, and I mean, there's so many different things. Like, you can just take the game and then add stuff to it. Like, I've seen people doing first-person shooters in Minecraft. I've seen Minecraft Hunger Games. And I feel like this game would be the same. This game is foundation. It's just, and that's why, like, people put in stuff like, well, I want cannons. I'm like, you know what? Cannons are not an inherently bad idea on flying ships, but I don't think it should be part of the vanilla core game. I think that's something that should be added with a mod, because in order to add cannons to the game, you have to add all of the, like, infrastructure, and like, you have to give the game a really good reason. Because right now, we don't need cannons. There's nothing to shoot them at. What do I need a cannon for? I mean, other than the example I gave where it's like, oh, you know, I'm level 12 and there's 3 bears on that island. Let me fire my cannons to kill a couple of them before I go over there. Or at least soften them up. But, like, right now, there's just no need for it. So they'd have to create a whole bunch of stuff to make us need cannons to justify putting them in the game. And I feel like that feels like a mod. That doesn't feel like part of the core, like, vision of this game. Same thing with, like, subaquatic content. Like, there's some people that, like, very, very passionately want, like, water content. And I get it. There's a whole, like, there's a plane at the bottom of the world where there's just, like, nothing underneath it. The world just stops dead at the water. And, like, there's a lot of missed potential there. But that's, again, this is a game about going up. We have flying ships, not sinking ships. These are aircraft and not submarines. So I don't have a problem with inherently water content, and I could see water content being added to the game. Yeah, I don't know that the developers want to put cannons on the ship. I don't know that they don't. I mean, if they decide it's their game, if they want to put cannons, like, who am I to argue? You know, I'm just a guy. But it doesn't feel like that's their vision for the game. Feels like our ship's just meant to be a flying base, and that this is just supposed to be Minecraft but portable. You know, it's just a different way to play Minecraft. A way that I love, that you know, it's the novelty of it for me still hasn't worn off. But that's not to say that those kind of, like, all these ideas that people going, like, these are great ideas, but it's like, we can't, it's just not possible to have all of them. If you go and look at some of the suggestions people are making, like, it's just not possible to get them all. And like, what I say to that is, like, don't give up on the idea, just make it a mod. Because my idea and your idea might not be compatible, but that doesn't mean that either one of them is bad, it's just they don't work together. Like, I've seen people talking about they want guns. Like, I don't... If you mean, like, traditional guns, like, you know, pistols and, like, AR-15s and stuff, like, I don't think the modern, like, ballistic firearms have a place in this game. Maybe, like, a old-timey, like, a flintlock pistol type thing, or, like, a blunderbuss. But, I mean, why would they use that? You guys have seen the drones that come out of the Colossus. They have lasers. Why would they use guns? It just doesn't fit the vibe, you know? Now, if they wanted to put lasers in, if they wanted to do, like... Oh, I don't need any of this junk. I wonder if the height limit will get enough that we will go to space and our ships will turn... You know, I have had a theory about that. So, you know what? Let me go back to the ship. Ooh, wait. Now I'll go back to the ship. Let me see if I can see it. Because, so that's not the moon, right? That's a planet. We're orbiting that. That's the sun. It may not be out yet. We might have to wait for the sun to go down. There is this, like what we're on, this, whether, I don't know if it's a planet or an asteroid or a moon or what, but whatever, this thing that we're on that has all the water on it, it has a moon. And the moon, if you look real close, hopefully it'll come up here soon and I can show you guys. The surface is very, for lack of a better term, pixelated. And that is, I think, because it's made of blocks. I think it is just one, the moon is just one big massive island that is like just super, and it's potato shaped. It's not round, which means it does not, like, if physics is a thing, if they took that into account, that means it's not big enough to pull itself, it doesn't have enough gravity to pull itself into the shape of a sphere. So it's a small moon. Like, what's a moon around Mars? I think it's Phobos or something like that. The moon on Mars has a moon, but it's so tiny, it actually has two, that it, like, it's not round. It just looks like a big boulder in the sky. Because it doesn't have enough gravity to pull itself into the shape of a sphere. Let's see if it comes up when the sun goes down. So I think that eventually we will get enough altitude. Maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000. But I think whenever we get enough altitude, we will be able to land on the moon. I feel like that is a long-term end game final boss island. You know what I should do? Just to make sure. So I can run around blindly, or I just do this. Oh, I see at least two. There's... No, but there's one over there. Alright, let's move on from this island. Wait, hold on. I wonder if the... You know, that's possible, that we came from that planet and, like, our ultimate objective is to get back to the planet. We'll have to see, because there is a story mode. There is a quest chain that's coming out that is the reason why we don't have the drill yet, because apparently the drill is like a major part of the story. See, I don't think that looks like a tanker. I think that building down there looks like a vacuum cleaner attachment. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is the brush. You just stick it on it. You just brush the fuzzies out of the carpet with it. Yeah, it would. Well, they did say that they were going to put out like a roadmap or something that was going to detail what's coming in a future update. And they walked back the word roadmap, because they're like, not really a roadmap, it's more like a sneak peek of what's coming. So they are working on something. Something's coming, and they said in the coming weeks. So I imagine that means 2 to 3 weeks, because that's like the farthest in advance they ever tell us anything. So I think sometime in the next 2 to 3, and to be clear, I'm glad that they do that. I don't want them being like, all right, well, we're going to do it on this date, and then the date comes like, well, it's not done yet. We need to push it back 2 weeks. You know, I don't want them getting stuck in the GTA 6 trap. Don't tell me when it's coming. When it's ready, announce that it's ready. I can wait. I'm patient. I got plenty of content to make here. Yeah. Yeah, it is just a brick. I was mostly joking. I'm pretty sure it's not a vacuum cleaner attachment. But I mean, who knows? That could be like some deep cut, like, lore connection to Mega Maid from Spaceballs. Okay, we need to get a move on. We need to find some swamps. I don't usually have this much trouble finding Wraith Lords. Yeah, I think one of the things... Well, I mean, we do have an Arcanist. I think one of the things they could do, if they're going to be adding a skill tree, is they can have the skill tree have different branches, so that even within, like, for example, the warrior, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the warrior, you could have one tree that's all these melee skills, and then a separate tree that's the archery skills. So you could take the three classes and subdivide them into 2 or even 3 classes. The Arcanist could be subdivided into 4 because it's got 4 elements. Nice. Warhammer does have some really nice... You know what I would love to do? And this one's a bit of a deep cut because people don't play this one anymore. I want to do a ship from Battlefleet Gothic. Those ship... Like, I don't play the game, but the ships are amazing. It's from Games Workshop. It's like a space battle game that it's just all about, instead of like individual soldiers and stuff, it's like ship to ship battles. It might even be set in the Warhammer universe. It's just on a different scale. This should add companions or workers. Maybe. I mean, it depends. Like, I'm not, like, objectively opposed to the idea. It would depend on implementation. If they did something like copper golems in Minecraft, where they just kind of walk around and do their thing. I mean, we've already got summons, so that's one form of companion, but the summons are kind of weak sauce. They really need a buff. there's a lot of room in this game for them to like build, because like for example, with each play style, like they could build a set of armor that is just like the chef's kiss perfect set of armor for each playstyle. Like, all right, this one is going to be the I like to use a Warhammer playstyle, and this one's going to be the I like to dual wield daggers playstyle, and then have a whole set of armor for archery, and have a whole set of armor for, I mean, they've already got a set for each type of element, because they've already got fire, lightning, ice, and poison. I mean, so that clearly they're already thinking in that direction. But then even within engineer, we don't know what the engineer's going to do. And when we have an inkling, we know that at least some of his skills are going to be trap setting related. Maybe the engineer could have a skill that specifically makes him better at using steamer tech. So like even if he doesn't have the advanced or master armor, if he's got that steamer tech skill, he could still use the steamer armor and the steamer weapons specifically, which would fit in with the engineer because we've only ever seen him wearing steamer armor. So Battlefleet Gothic is in the Warhammer 40k universe? That makes sense to me. It's the same universe, just different scales. Yeah, if you're going to do a Battlefleet Gothic ship, I can't wait to see it, man. That's going to be so sick. I agree with that. There is, if you go and look at the video where they introduce the engineer, there is a scene where there's a gun turret that shoots a little white ball like Mega Man's gun, like his arm cannon, the little white energy ball, and it goes pew, pew, pew every time it shoots. And it's the only place I've ever seen that gun turret, and I think it might be the engineer's gun turret, because it's not shooting the engineer, it's shooting something else. Hold on, there's some swamp islands here. So I think you're on, like, you're not the first, I thought that too. I think that the engineer is going to have gun turrets. And I would love for the engineer to be able to get one of those Colossus drones as a buddy. If the engineer's whole thing is like, he could get a little scrapper as a buddy, and then maybe swap it out for a Colossus drone at some point. Or even a steamer. Could you imagine the engineer having like an actual steamer drone that he fixed up that is like his buddy? And it fits in with the steamer style. And I would love to have a character like that where they just kind of stand back, like a summoner, where they just kind of stand back and they let their minions do the fighting. Because you could have some like mind-controlled steamers, your companion, and then some summons. You could have like 5-6 dudes out there all fighting for you. And no one of them would have to be particularly powerful, because combined, all 5 of them are doing more damage than this hammer does. You just flood the zone with minions. Oh, I hear them. There they are. These guys keep popping out. Oh, they're coming from down there. I can't believe that worked. Continue the steampunk style if they will move to a more advanced tech style in the league. I don't know, maybe. Like, I would really love it if they kind of slowly transition to, like, solar punk. Because that's kind of the vibe I have on my castle ship. And I even named one of the episodes where I built the hydroponics lab area and the alchemy. I called that episode Solar Punk. It didn't quite have that bright, sunshiny vibe that I want. I did... excuse me. I did swap out, because I had, at one point in there, these wall lanterns that are they're kind of dim like this. They kind of have a yellowish light. I swapped them out for iron lanterns, which are much brighter. And it did give that kind of sunny, bright solar punk vibe I was going for. I may do like a tour episode of like because there's not enough left of the castle to do to make another episode. But there's little tidbits here and there that I kind of want to tinker with and work on. So it's not... What I had in the final episode is not the final thing. Like I put in the tailor shop and I put a picture up of what the throne room looks like now. It's quite different. Where did I put? There they are. All right, let's go there. Yeah. Did I? Skyrim is a common comparison for this game. Is that just a mushroom? What is that? It's not a mushroom. What the? This is what I'm talking about. 2 bears. Leave those birds alone. Is that all it was? Was just a moss? Alright, whatever. Oh, I see some manolith down there. Or not manolith, yeah. So the trick with these, I think, is to hit it down at the bottom of this block here. Ah, see? There we go. When you hit them directly, they, is that ice? Ooh, I found some ice. Get another shield. I already got 2. Squeak, squeak. Alright, back to the ship. Oh, me too. Like, I'm not at all worried, because if people are like, oh, look, you guys have crappy numbers, like, well, it's still in early access. Most people don't get into a game in early access because it is, by definition, not done yet. And most people don't like to play an unfinished game. So, I wouldn't be surprised at all if once this thing goes into full release and it drops 1.0, but there's a whole bunch of people that are like, yeah, I just been waiting for this to finish, because they didn't want to spoilers, or like they wanted to like go into the full release, like, which I totally understand that, and I respect that. If somebody's like, you know what, I want to go in on the full release, fresh eyes, surprised, not knowing what to expect, because like having played at this point well over 1,000 hours of this game, I'm not gonna be surprised by anything in the full release. Maybe? Probably? I mean, that's not to say that nothing could surprise me, but, like, I know what I'm getting myself into, so... What? Why is this only 100? I thought I had way more than that. Did I? I thought I had way more than that. Alright, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. 100 is still a lot. Ooh, I should grind these up. That'll get me some more, what do you call it? Steamer ingots. There's still a few uniques I haven't found, and I mean, there's some stuff yet that I want to do that I haven't done yet. But yeah, I'm pretty much like in a holding pattern waiting for 1.0 to come out. Or for the next big update, at least. Alright, let's make some more ingots. Nice. How many do I need for this next level? Well, I'm not leveling this one up anymore. I'm gonna have to make another one. This thing got backstab on it, just ruined it. Like, I see people post pictures. Look, this ruined hammer, and it's like... It's got, like, you know, 38% stun chance. I'm like, what do you mean ruined? Like, well, I wanted crit chance. Like, stun is still good. But backstab, especially... So apparently right now in the game, backstab is broken. Like, it's just not working right now. So it's especially a bad mod. Even when it's working, it's not great for a Warhammer, but right now, it just doesn't do anything at all, so... It's you know, a dead slot. Did I get him? It always sounds like these frogs are farting. I've done everything. I think everyone is waiting for the third altitude, which I hope is the next one. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, they've got a lot of stuff that they need to do. I think most people would be happy if they're like, well, we're not doing the third update yet, but here's the rest of Engineer. Here's an overhaul for Sorcerer, or for Arcanist. Here's a rebalance for the Archer skills, because, you know, archery kind of sucks right now. And, you know, here's an overhaul for the ship to make it bigger and faster and better. Like, if they gave us all of that stuff, plus, like, a bunch of new uniques to, like, go hunt down and a bunch of new POIs, maybe a new biome, I think people would be okay with, like, all right, well, This is a ton of stuff, so we can wait a little while longer for that third altitude. But there's a lot of stuff. Like, one of the things I hope they do is optimization. Like, the way that the game loads islands right now, if you're flying around, every time you get close to an island, like, you just freeze in your tracks. Ha! You think I need to see you to kill you? Alright, back to the ship. Daggers and bows. I think it's okay to have backstab on a bow. Alright. And yeah, I mean, there's a ring that you can get that's like, it adds like 100% backstab. But it gives you like minus 90 armor rating or something like that. But it's like, if you're doing backstab, you're sneaking. You don't need armor, so it doesn't matter. It's a debuff, but it's like a non-debuff. Where? Okay, this is getting... I need to start spending some coin. Ah, here it is. Okay. Put that there. Maybe, no, yeah, I'll leave it there. Oh, that's where they are. Dang it, I didn't want all of it. I'm all thumbs today. I haven't done, and I tell you right now, the Crimson Scythe is the weapon du jour for an assassin build, for a melee assassin. I can't stop preaching about this weapon. It is so good. And the thing is, it doesn't look good. It looks like garbage, and it tricks you. You see somebody, oh, he's just using Crimson Scythe. That's a garbage weapon. And then it rips you to shreds. 10 seconds. That's how long it takes a Crimson Scythe to kill a Steamer Colossus. 10 seconds. Yes, they did add the new arrow types. I've got several of them here if you want to see them. So we got, look, I got a bunch of them here. Let me put this down here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15, 16, 17. That's most of them. Let's see. We got Grimrock, which adds the crushing effect. 8% stun chance. Burning, it's self-explanatory. Poison, and there's also another one that is... Where is it? Where's the other poison one? There's Corrosion, which is armor penetration. Wounding. Curse. Inflicts a curse on the target, weakening the enemy's damage by 0.8%. That seems... useless. Madness. This is a good one. I've seen this in use, right? So what the Madness curse does, or the effect does, is it makes the target attack its allies. And then the allies start attacking them back. So if you're just sitting there, just planking a bunch of robots, they just start hammering each other. And then One of them gets to 0 HP, blows up, and takes out all the other ones. Toxic explosive. This is a good one. So this one, when it hits, it even if you miss your target, it produces a cloud of poison and hits everything in like a 5-foot radius. Yeah, I've got 27, or I've got 17 here. I don't, well, let's see, I got the stone arrow, iron, this one's steel. I got the exploding arrow, the spy arrow, so the spy arrow is basically just life scan. When you shoot it, it life scans wherever it lands. This is the best arrow, right here, anti-gravity arrow. It doesn't go in a parabolic arc like arrows do. It goes in a straight line, so you don't have to adjust your aim for the fall of gravity. This isn't an arrow, it's a missile. And it does the most damage of any arrow. Look, it's 15 to 17. That's way more than any other arrow. Perfectly straight trajectory. Ice arrow, stone, wounding, burning. This just sets your target on fire. Exploding is kind of fun. It sets an area of effect on fire. Actually, yes. If you use the madness on the turrets will start shooting the golem. Or not the golem, but the colossus. The thing with the archers is they're not powerful, but they have a lot of weapons in their arsenal, so they can get creative with how they kill stuff. And I feel like if you can master that strategy, there's actually a video that they just put up that shows the character in the video is using a bow. It's the bone bow that's like one tier below steel. So it's not even the best bow, but it's a cool looking bow. And you see him using various types of arrows, and the way he kind of implements them is very interesting. They do show him fighting the Colossus with this bow, but like the amount of damage is you can tell that he is not optimized for archery or for melee. Because he's doing like 23 to 30 points of damage each hit. And it's like, you are not beating the Colossus with that much. Although he does get it down to about half health before he dies. I mean, most of them arrows, here we go. So, you know, like, this is feather, sticks, and a rock. I don't have the recipes for all of them. This is just feather and a stick. Feather, stick, and a bronze ingot. Feather, stick, and steel. This one is scrap and Scrapper X44R detector. So some of them do have recipes. I don't have all the recipes. Oh, I didn't know that the burn cap was used in making the... What is this, madness arrows? Ooh. That just made burn caps way more valuable. Poison mushrooms are used to make the toxic sack arrows. Anti-gravity arrows. I don't have the recipe for the anti-gravity arrows yet. But there is a recipe. On my other save, I do have the recipe for these. I don't remember what it is, but it does have a recipe. too high up. Yeah, no problem. That's what I'm here for. I am here to spread knowledge. I was about to say extra, read all about it, but then I'm like, no, it reminds me of that terrible song. I hate that song. It feels like a song that an old man wrote to, like, advertise print media. Like, no, look, newspapers are still cool, kids. No, it's not. Go away, Grandpa. Steamer scrap metal for reinforced pipes. That's right. It uses these things. I remember now. These pipes. And a steamer metal ingot and 1 liquid fuel. Yeah, because I remember saving up these pipes because they're like the main thing that's like hard to get. So, another interesting thing that I found out, when we do get the drill, we're going to be swimming, absolutely swimming in steamer metal ingots, because apparently all steamer metal items, all of them, give between 1 and 10 ingots when you grind them up in the grinder. Because I was talking to Sizzlepeck about the blue lights. I don't know if I have them. Let me check. I don't know if I still have any. No, I don't have them. I grinded them all up. But there's these blue lights that you can get in steamer mine shafts. You can just kind of pop them off the wall. And I'm like, I put one of these. It wasn't one. It was like 7 or 8. I put like 7 or 8 of these in a grinder. And I got 52 steamer ingots out. Is that normal? And Sizzlepeck's like, yeah, all steamer items give 1 to 10 ingots. I'm like, all of it? Not scrap, ingots. Yeah, that's part of the reason, and that is why I don't think they'll give us cannons. If they won't even give us a decent bow, there's no way they're going to give us a freaking cannon. Because then everybody will just, like, lure the Mortivar Lord or the, you know, whatever to the surface of the island, and then just shoot it with the cannon until it's dead. I really don't think they're ever going to give us cannons, because, like, they're so abusable. Like, I can abuse the heck out of that. Plus, it's like, how would the cannons work? Would it be like an item that you could place down on the ship? Would it be powered by a... Because, like, even if they made it something that, like, oh, you have to power it with a power generator or something, there's not really anything they could do that would stop me from just, like, oh, I found the king, I'm going to build a cannon turret right in front of the door, and then when he wakes up and starts walking towards me, just shoot him point blank in the face with a cannon. Like, there's nothing they could do. They could make it require power. All right, I'll bring a generator with me. Require a platform. All right, I'll build the platform. Like, no matter what they do, I'm shooting this dude in the face with a cannon. I wouldn't carry a weapon. I'd just carry the cannon. But Sky Pirates. I know Sky Pirates, but pirates don't stay in the sky. When they come down to the ground, now I have a hand cannon. Everybody goes, you know, and I see a lot of ideas like that, and people are like, oh, this would be so cool. It's like, yes, but when you come up with an idea, you gotta ask yourself the all-important question. How can I abuse this? Most people, when they come up with ideas, they don't ask themselves that question. Because they're not thinking of it as like, oh, this is abusable. They're thinking about, oh, this would be fun. Yes, it would be fun. It would be especially fun when I have a Gatling gun cannon built outside of the Mortivar Lord's throne room. Looking like the guns from the Davy Jones ship, and what was it, the Flying Dutchman in Pirates of the Caribbean. He's got like Gatling cannons. Despite the insane logistics of how such a cannon would work. Right, but how? How would they restrict it to a ship? Would they make it something that's only controllable from the cockpit? Because if they did that, I'm just going to make like an ultra tiny ship. And then I'll just get on the front of the ship and just drill a big hole in the side of the island, fly my ship into the island, and just unload my cannon into the... Like, seriously, there is nothing they can do. There is no obstruction that they can put in front of me that I won't just blast right through. I am shooting the Mortivar Lord with a cannon. There's nothing they can do. I can't do it to the Colossus. Because he... Well, no, if they give me the drill, then I can. Because he's inside an impenetrable room right now, but the only reason that room's impenetrable is because I don't have a cannon. Because I don't have a drill. They give me the drill, I'm getting in there. And I am shooting the Colossus with a cannon as well. And Ents and Wraith Lords, I already one-shot them with a hammer. Can you imagine how... They're like, you can't even call this a boss anymore. Like, I'm pushing a button and they just die. Ooh, cave. Like, the Wraith Lord and the Ents would have to be demoted to mini-bosses. Connected to the ship's core. I mean, like I said, that's fine. You can control it with the cockpit, connect it to the core. I'll just drill a hole inside of the island. And I bet you the drill is going to be, you know, really good at digging through rock. I'm going back to the ship. There's nothing. This island is garbage. Yeah, that's another thing. If they put enough barriers in to make the cannon obligatory, then anybody who doesn't have one just can't play the game. So then it just becomes, instead of Everwind, it becomes Evercannons. Well, the trick to that, so you don't have to dig your base out every single update, is don't actually land your ship. Just leave like a breath of light between the bottom of your ship and the ground. Like I currently my castle ship, it's not resting on the ground. It's just less than half a slab above the ground. So it looks like it's on the ground, but you can get down and crouch and you can see all the way from one side to the other with nothing in between. Oh yeah, you built on an island. See, this is why I built on a ship. And the cool thing is, when they do the ship overhaul, I'll be able to make the castle ship bigger and then build an island out underneath it where I can land all of my other ships. Yeah, you're right. It would take a lot of work, but I get to shoot him with a cannon. You don't understand. Cannons are awesome. This is the whole reason we want them. I am shooting the Lord of our Lord with a cannon. I don't care how much work it takes. Why do you need a base that big? Like, my base is 55 by 55 by 55, and I ran out of stuff to put in it. Like, my ideas for the rest of it is like, that's a fair answer. You like building? Just build. Yeah. Like, you want to go full like Rose Red Xanadu? Go for it. Or the what was it? The Winchester Mansion? It's like, it's just never done. There's just always another room to build. But like, yeah, my plan is to, you know, upwards, I'm going to build out the spire. And then down, I'm going to have the island underneath it that I'm going to build out. That on the surface is going to have landing platforms, like landing pads. And I'll also have like floating pads around it where I can park my various ships. Because I am going to have more ships. And, but then underneath, I'm going to have a dungeon. Like a training area. We're going to have like the training dummies and the archery targets. Because I didn't put that in my base yet. And then I'm also going to have like underground parking for and I'm gonna have like a bunch of boats down there. Ooh, there's a Wraith Lord. The other thing to keep in mind is like, yes, it's a lot of work, but I don't need to be very high level to break rock. I do need to be high level to kill a boss. So a low level character, it is worth it for them to do all that work to dig out a hole. But then just go and plank one time at the Lord of our Lord so that it counts as a kill, and then just unload the cannon into him until he dies. And oh look, I just went from level 2 to level 8 in one kill. Well, my intention actually is not dissimilar from what you just suggested. My intention is to have a whole village where each building in the village is a different ship. Dang it, I got the boots again. Why is King Edmar over here? Oh, there's all the difference. There's... Huh, I never noticed that. I thought it was just all the skeletons. I never really looked at these statues. It's all the statues. Except for the wizard that doesn't have... The wizard that doesn't have his head busted off isn't here. It's just the busted heads. Okay, sometimes... Not this time. All right. Yeah. But I mean, console commands are a thing. I would absolutely, like, the moment that because there's nothing in the game currently like this hammer. It doesn't say must be level 25 to use. I can use this if I can actually find a way to get one at level 1. I could use this hammer at level 1, right? So if I use console commands to just give myself a cannon, and you know people will, I could just fly around at level 1 with my cannon. Just, oh look, there's a bear, blast. Oh look, there's an ent, blast. A master item? Yes, you're right. Okay, so there is a skill requirement. I'll give you that. But that's what? Level... Right here. So we need 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. It's a level 13 item. Fair enough. But I could use, what was it? Where is it? Did I, you know, I just realized I've never made any of the Wraith armor items. And I'm pretty sure the Wraith armor is novice. Look at that. It might be the best novice gear in the game. Yeah, that's fair. So I mean, if they made it, but the thing is, like with the cannon isn't something that you would hold and use it or be in your inventory. It'd just be an attachment on your ship, and there's no machine on the ship, workstation, attachment, or anything that has a level requirement to use. I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying, that it's like, yeah, you can use an incubator, for example, at level 1, but good luck finding one at level 1. Like, you're not finding an incubator before level 20. It's just not going to happen. At which point, fine, here's your cannon. You're level 20. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. Well, yeah, me too, but this is like my 9th time playing through the game. Not counting all the times that the 100 days that I did Mortivar Lord speed runs during the demo between October and March. I mean, I'm at a... Ooh, I see a blue shiny. I was just on... This is the island I was just on, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, I already did that one. I'm kind of in the middle. I generally prefer to avoid them. Like, I really do genuinely feel like using console commands or cheats or exploits or anything like that. Like, in Skyrim, the infinite resto loop, I don't like using that. Because then it becomes like, what's the point? Like, with the infinite resto loop, you could make an iron dagger that can one-shot Alduin. What's the point? Like, there's no skill involved in that. You could just make a dagger called I Win. And then you win. All right, let's go down here real quick. Unique. Or not unique, elite is what I meant to say. Yeah, I mean, if they put it, like, up in the 3rd altitude, that probably would be okay. But, I mean, at that point, the other thing you're going to run into is, like, how much damage does the cannon do? Because at that point, like, if I'm a spellcaster, or even if I'm not, I'm going to have some kind of ranged attack that is going to do, whether it's a spell or archery or something. You know, maybe the engineer will have some kind of bombs he can throw, or alchemical grenades that explode when they shatter. Like the character that would benefit from a cannon, like I would much rather just cast fireball. I hear a jingle jangle. There it is. Oh, it's a green chest. Nice. Don't get too many of those. Don't need that. Oh, if there were cannons in the game, I promise you, I would master them. I'd be an absolute surgical frickin' ninja with a cannon. Not that you would need to be, it's a cannon. I'm not like advocating for the cannon, but if the cannon's in the game, you can bet your ass I'm using it. It's a cannon. Like, but why? Like, because it's a cannon! Oh, I bet you there's a chest up there. There might even be. Alright, so there is a chest. I don't need nails. Oh, there were stairs. I didn't need to do all that jungle gym stuff. I could have just gone up the stairs. Alright, I'm done in here. Well, I mean, that's a good point. That's also valid. But I would want to wait and see if, because they're gonna change the ship. There's gonna be a ship overhaul, and it would be interesting to see if they don't add things to make the ship benefit from having a crew in certain ways. Like maybe have someone managing the engines and the fuel supply. I mean, you can do PvP right now. There's nothing stopping you from killing other players. You can't? I thought you could. Oh, they removed it. Okay. So it was there at one point. They just took it out. Why would they do that? Make it a toggle. Like, I get it. Some players don't want to do PvP. That's fine. Let them turn it off. I think part of it is that right now these weapons are just not balanced for PvP. Because, like, the most HP you can have in this game, I think, is a flat 400. And I've thrown... I mean, I just did a crit for 4,000 the other day. I would hit someone so hard with one hit that I would kill them 10 times. They would respawn and then die from the overflow damage. Could you imagine respawning and then just dying again from the overflow damage? I hit you so hard I killed you in your next life. I think I see a blue shiny. Yep, I see a twinkle. I honestly have no clue at all how parry works. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how to activate it. I don't know what a parry is. I thought it was like knocking the blade away with your blade and then dodging or something. No, I have no idea what a parry is, how it works. I don't even use it. I know it's one of the things that adds nuance to combat in the game, but... Yeah, but if I click while blocked, I just kill them. Can you kill with a parry? Or do you mean while blocking? Well, click while I'm blocking. Well, that wasn't very nice. 272. Oh, you know what? I'm curious. How high can I actually get my AC? $349. Look at that. And when this is upgraded to +7, it becomes 80. So it'd actually be 352. Why am I keeping this? I know I am keeping that. Well, I mean, what he said was that he wanted to test out, like, the blocks, because he's, like, a professional builder. He's submitted stuff for, like, competitions and stuff. And, I mean, you've seen the stuff he's made. Like, the guy's a pro. So he wanted to see how much versatility and how much, like, flexibility there was in the system to build with. Like, how much diversity of blocks and stuff. I can understand. Like, if that's your thing, you know. Like, if you're a person who likes PvP, the first thing you're going to do is test out the combat. If you're a person that likes to explore, you're going to test out exploration features. He's a builder, so he tested out the building. I'm kind of a mix. Like, I like to build. I like combat. I don't like PvP. It's not my jam. No hate for people that like it. I know some people like PvP. Good for you. I'm out. Whoa, that was abrupt. Yes, he said he's just now getting into survival. Oh, I see a shiny. I keep seeing gems. Just like ores. I am eventually going to just start ignoring these. I think I'll probably just get this one and then be done. Good looking out, Zero Mist. I like how when you take it out of the ground, immediately all of the grass sprouts. It's like, oh, that was suppressing our ability to grow. All right, what time is it? Oh, it is after 9. All right. I don't want to get started on anything new right now because it's about the time to wrap things up. So I think I'm going to call it here for tonight. Thank you all for joining me this evening. It's been quite fun. I'm probably going to continue on this playthrough for a couple more episodes, but I am going to start like scouting a map because I do want to try that like 100 days I don't know if I'm going to do 100 days, like maybe 100 in-game days on a rotten biome. So I'm gonna start coming up with ideas of like how that would work. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you all for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.